Hi. A friend of mine, Torje from Bråk, is making guitar pedals for a living. How freaking cool is that? And another cool thing is his business cards, which is a PCB circuit board. Now I got this one when we met up at last year's Maker Festival, and I asked him, is this just a gimmick or is it an actual circuit board where you can solder up some components and get it to work? And he said, no, it's actually one of the circuit board for one of my pedals. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to start soldering components to this one and see if we can't make a guitar pedal. Yeah. Where do we go from here? Ah, soldering iron. Ta-da! It's ready for testing. Now, I'm gonna test it before I put everything in place because I use this kind of rigid wire, which is very nice to work with, and you can shape it into whatever shape you want when you're putting things together. But if you need to take it apart a lot of times to modify and search for errors, it might get weakened and you have to replace it all together. So I'm gonna test to see if it works first. And I did send the schematics over to Torje for a quality control, and the only thing he suggested was to actually ground the input as well when it's turned off to help with the noise. So yeah, the moment of truth. Unfortunately, I sold my guitar amplifier a while back. So now I'm left with the kazoo amplifier. So yeah. Now, of course, the kazoos are gonna distort the sound a bit, so I think we'll have to remove them. And even so, this is not a very good amplifier for what we are gonna do, because the speakers are enclosed in here with only small air gaps for the air to come out, because the intention was to vibrate the kazoos, which it does very good, but we don't want that today. But let's hook it up and see what we can get. So guitar in. Question is, what is out on this? I'm guessing that is this. Yeah, need to mark that. Unless it's a uniform standard within the music industry, might be. I wouldn't have the faintest idea. Then need a guitar. Alright, now how in tune is that? Not too bad. So that's hooked up, alright. Let's put some power to it. Now this is the moment of truth. Does it go up in a puff of smoke? Alright. Moment of truth. The light comes on. And no smoke. Well, that's good. Alright, let's turn it off again and see if we can't turn the amplifier on. No. Alright, volume there. Not too much on the master, not too much. The headphone jack. Alright, now we got a bit of a buzz. Comes on and off. Not related to touching the strings. Okay. Okay, not bad, not bad. Question is, does that noise come from the amplifier or the guitar pedal? Well, that's for later. Let's turn it on. Still a bit of a buzz, but alright. It works. Well, the amplifier doesn't serve it justice, but yeah, that's just an excuse to build a tube amplifier, isn't it? But yeah, now it's time to just put it together and let it shine. Alright, let's bend all the wires down. Alright, so everything should be in place where it should be. All we have to do now is to put the lid on. There it is. And of course, as a mechanic, you always torque down the screws in a star pattern. Well, it's only 4 screws, so one can argue how much of a star pattern it is, but I mean, you do the opposites. So there it is. Then we just have to fiddle with the knobs. It's finally done! And I really love the way it came out. Huh? Huh? The black, red and white in perfect harmony. And these retro knobs really pops out. But the best detail is, and that's the secret I've been talking about. I mean, the secret is always in the heart, isn't it? Let's give it some juice. And when you turn it on, the heart lights up. Isn't that the cutest detail? I really love that. It was a pain in the ass to make it happen. That's why I made so many variations of the faceplate. But yeah. So now I just need a decent tube amplifier. Guess I'll have to go and build one. Yeah. What? You're still here? Oh yeah. If you're interested, the full build video, which is a lot longer, is available at Patreon, and this is a top tip for you, just for hanging around. You can actually join and be a member without paying and still have access to all my videos on Patreon. Huh? Isn't that a good secret for hanging around after the concert, so to speak? Yeah. Go meet the band. A one-man band. That's basically not playing an instrument. He just makes a lot of weird stuff, but well, take it for what it is.